Welcome back. As we're well into the week now, it's time to get informed. Here's a rundown of the top stories making headlines right now. Lord Mandelson's Epstein dark secrets, why Britain's most powerful ghost has finally been arrested. The shadows of Westminster have long concealed figures of immense power, individuals whose influence extends far beyond their official titles. Among them, one name has consistently echoed through the corridors of British politics, Lord Peter Mandelson. Once dubbed the Prince of Darkness for his strategic brilliance and enigmatic presence, Mandelson was a pivotal architect of New Labour, a figure who seemed untouchable, navigating through scandals that would have ended lesser careers. Yet, a seismic shift has occurred, a development that has pulled this powerful ghost from the shadows and into the harsh glare of public scrutiny. Lord Mandelson has been arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office, an event that has sent ripples of speculation and concern throughout the United Kingdom's political establishment. For decades, Lord Mandelson's career was characterized by a remarkable resilience. He was a master of political maneuvering, instrumental in shaping the Labour Party's image and guiding it to a historic victory in 1997 under Sir Tony Blair. His early career saw him rise rapidly through the ranks, becoming a key strategist and a formidable media operator. He was known for his meticulous attention to detail, his ability to craft compelling narratives, and his unwavering loyalty to the New Labour project. This period cemented his reputation as a political force to be reckoned with, a man whose fingerprints were on many of the government's most significant achievements. Even after stepping back from frontline politics, his counsel was sought, his opinions weighed, and his presence felt. He was a man who understood the intricate machinery of power, a broker of deals and a shaper of narratives. This enduring influence, often operating behind the scenes, cemented his reputation as a figure of immense, almost mythical, political weight. The question that now looms large is not just about his alleged actions, but about the very nature of power in Britain and the forces that have finally brought him to this precipice. The catalyst for this dramatic turn of events emerged from across the Atlantic, with the release of the U.S. Department of Justice's Epstein files in early 2026. These documents, a trove of emails and financial records, began to unravel a disturbing connection between Lord Mandelson and the late convicted paedophile financier, Jeffrey Epstein. The allegations were not merely of association but pointed to a far more serious breach of public trust. It was suggested that while serving as business secretary between 2008 and 2010, Lord Mandelson had allegedly passed market-sensitive government information to Epstein. This was a period of significant economic turbulence, a time when the global financial crisis was gripping economies worldwide, making any such disclosures potentially highly damaging and capable of destabilizing markets. The specific claims detailed in the Epstein files painted a concerning picture. An email from 2009 reportedly showed Lord Mandelson conveying an assessment from an advisor to the then Prime Minister, Gordon Brown, concerning potential policy measures, including an asset sales plan. This plan, if prematurely revealed, could have allowed certain individuals to profit unfairly from future government divestments. Another email, dated 2010, allegedly revealed discussions about a tax on bankers' bonuses and the confirmation of an imminent Eurozone bailout package, communicated the day before its official announcement. The implications of such a leak are profound. Knowledge of a forthcoming tax on bankers' bonuses could have allowed financial institutions or individuals to adjust their strategies, potentially avoiding significant levies. Similarly, foreknowledge of a Eurozone bailout package could have been exploited for speculative trading, leading to illicit gains at the expense of market stability and public confidence. These were not trivial matters, they were pieces of information that could have had significant financial implications if exploited. Furthermore, the investigation has also brought to light alleged financial links, including claims of payments totaling $75,000, approximately £55,000, from Epstein to Lord Mandelson between 2003 and 2004. These payments, if proven, raise serious questions about the nature of their relationship and whether they influenced Mandelson's actions. There were also suggestions that Epstein had funded an osteopathy course for Lord Mandelson's husband, Reynaldo Avila da Silva, in 2009, a period when the government was grappling with a severe financial crisis. Lord Mandelson has maintained that he has no recollection of these payments, denying any criminal wrongdoing and asserting that his actions were not driven by financial gain. These denials, however, are now subject to intense scrutiny as the Metropolitan Police delve deeper into the matter. In response to these grave allegations, the Metropolitan Police launched a comprehensive investigation, codenamed Operation Cayley. This operation, initiated after receiving multiple reports and a referral from the Cabinet Office, aimed to meticulously examine the claims of misconduct in public office. The Cabinet Office's referral came after an initial review of the Epstein files suggested that safeguards were compromised during Lord Mandelson's tenure. This rigorous inquiry culminated in Lord Mandelson's arrest on Monday, February 23, 2026, at his residence in Camden, North London. Following his arrest, he was taken to a London police station for questioning, a stark image for a man who had once commanded such authority.
Metropolitan Police said officers have arrested a 72-year-old man on suspicion of misconduct in public office. He was arrested at an address in Camden on Monday the 23rd of February and has been taken to a London police station for interview. This follows search warrants at 2 addresses in the Wiltshire and Camden areas.
The police also executed search warrants at 2 properties linked to him, one in Camden and another in Wiltshire, indicating the thoroughness and seriousness of their inquiry. These searches were undoubtedly aimed at uncovering further evidence related to the alleged misconduct. Hours later, in the early morning of Tuesday, February 24, 2026, Lord Mandelson was released on bail, pending further investigation. This development marked a dramatic escalation in a scandal that had been simmering for weeks, transforming whispers into concrete police action and signaling a new chapter in the ongoing saga of the Epstein network's reach into the British establishment. The political fallout from Lord Mandelson's arrest has been immediate and profound, sending shockwaves through the corridors of power. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer, who had appointed Mandelson as the UK ambassador to the US in February 2025, found himself in a deeply uncomfortable position. The Prime Minister had sacked Mandelson in September 2025 after new information regarding the extent of his relationship with Epstein came to light, suggesting a vetting process that was either flawed or deliberately misled. Sir Keir has publicly stated that he believes Lord Mandelson lied during his vetting process for the ambassadorial role, a claim that underscores the gravity of the situation and the potential damage to the government's credibility.
The government expects to be able to publish the first tranche of documents very shortly in early March. I should, however, inform the House that it remains the case that a subset of this first tranche of documents is currently subject to the ongoing Metropolitan Police investigation. This includes correspondence between Number 10 and Lord Peter Mandelson, in which a number of follow-up questions were asked.
The timing of the arrest has also sparked intense debate, coming just as new details about Epstein's UK associates are surfacing in international courts. This has led to questions about whether this is a genuine pursuit of justice, a long overdue reckoning for past actions, or a strategic move to protect other high-ranking figures within the Westminster establishment by sacrificing a prominent, albeit controversial, figure.
Instead of an investigation into one single individual, can there be an investigation into the entire operations of Labour together? Nobody knows who they are, and we need to find out.
The family of Virginia Giuffre, a prominent victim of Epstein, commended the British authorities for their meaningful action, highlighting the contrast with what they perceive as continued inaction in the United States, thereby adding international pressure to the ongoing investigations. The leader of the Conservative opposition, Kemi Badenoch, has seized upon the event, describing it as the defining moment of Sir Keir's premiership and accusing the Prime Minister of weakness in his judgment and handling of the situation.
This is the defining moment of Keir Starmer's premiership. Watching the man who he appointed to the highest position in our diplomatic service getting arrested by police, I think is an image that's going to stay with all of us for many, many years to come. And when people think about Keir Starmer and his premiership, they will see the arrest of Peter Mandelson as the defining moment.
What does it say about the Prime Minister's leadership, and how much longer can he go on for?
Well, I think that the fact that I asked him if he had full confidence in Peter Mandelson just a few months ago, and he said yes, despite all of these allegations being known. Only to see the man arrested shows that the Prime Minister has a terrible judgment. He's weak, He could have done more. He has not released the information around the files. Instead, he sacked the person who was supposed to be overseeing the release. I think that shows what kind of person the Prime Minister is.
Will you be calling for him to stand down?
Well, actually, what I'm calling for first is for him to release the Mandelson files. We had a vote in Parliament, the humble address. I led on this. I'm the person who's been holding him to account on this issue. He has promised to release the files, and he hasn't done so. I think before he goes, he needs to be transparent and let us see what is, what it is that has been hidden for so long. We need to know. It is Parliament's job to hold government to account. He's been hoping that people would have been distracted by the arrest of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. I have said I'm not going to be distracted. My job is to hold him to account. He has not released those files. Everybody knows why. He's instead sacked the person who was overseeing the release. He needs to release those files now. And if he can't do that, then he absolutely should go, because it goes back to his judgment, the fact that this is a cover-up. Let's see the files.
The situation is further complicated by the fact that Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, a former prince, was also recently arrested and released under investigation for similar allegations of misconduct in public office related to his role as a trade envoy, drawing unsettling parallels between the two high-profile cases and suggesting a systemic issue within the British elite. The government is now under immense pressure to release documents related to Mandelson's appointment, with some correspondence being delayed due to police interest, further fueling public speculation and distrust. This unfolding drama is more than just the downfall of a single political figure. It is a revealing analysis of how power is brokered in the United Kingdom and the consequences when those who operate at its highest echelons become targets of investigation. The intricate web of connections, the alleged exchange of sensitive information, and the enduring influence of individuals like Lord Mandelson speak volumes about the hidden machinery of British politics. It forces a critical examination of the mechanisms that allow certain individuals to maintain influence despite past controversies, and the opaque nature of political appointments. Operation Cayley is not merely a police investigation, it is a lens through which the true scale of the crisis facing the British political elite is being exposed. It reveals a system where secrets and shadows have long played a significant role in shaping careers and influencing national decisions, often at the expense of transparency and public accountability. The Prince of Darkness is now illuminated, and the revelations are poised to redefine our understanding of political accountability and the ethical standards expected of those in public service. The outcome of this investigation will undoubtedly have lasting repercussions, not only for Lord Mandelson but for the perception of integrity within the British government. What are your thoughts on the unfolding events surrounding Lord Mandelson's arrest and the broader implications for the British political landscape? Share your perspective in the comments below. That wraps up today's news bulletin. I hope you found it insightful. Wishing you a continued smooth and successful week. We encourage you to share your perspectives in the comments section. Your input is important to us. See you tomorrow.